Today, I want to talk about One Punch Man. I've been meaning to get into the series for a while now, and I mean specifically the manga because I've watched season 1 and 2. I've been meaning to get into it because 1, I love One Punch Man, and 2, I think it's hilarious and I love a lot of the characters in the series. And 3, it's always fun to see what new level Saitama will reach. So I will be uploading videos along my journey of reading One Punch Man. If I forget something from the past for the series, please forgive me. It's been a while since I watched this series entirely, and my memory also isn't the best. But without further ado, let's get into some things Chapter 85 had to offer of One Punch Man. To explain the context of this chapter, let's take it back to Chapter 84 and let me fill you in on this briefly of what happened with Garrow after his fight against Bang, Genos, and Bomb. At the end of the fight, he gets carried off the battlefield by this bird and passes out. When we see him next, he wakes up in a place unfamiliar to him. This place is the Monster Association. It's a hideout of the villain organization. They ask Garrow to join and help lead the Monster Association to overcome the Hero Association. But first, he must prove himself to be a monster like the rest of these guys and bring the head of a hero. Now that we know what's going on, let's go back to Chapter 85. Garrow's just trying to get some food after the big fight and the big beating he just took earlier in the day. It's time to replenish his strength. This gluttonous bastard pulls a Goku and Luffy and starts eating everything from the menu, but I can't blame him. That food does look good though. While he's chowing down on everything, we also see Saitama in the same place ready to eat. This is a pretty funny scene to me. I say this because Saitama realizes that he forgot his wallet and he starts having a complete meltdown. Because of this, how's he gonna eat? While Saitama is having a crisis, Fubuki pays him a visit to continue a conversation they were previously having, and that was the discussion of catching the Hero Hunter. Which is hilarious because I don't expect Saitama to analyze the store for people inside, but if Fubuki looked around, she would have saw Garrow eating a shit ton of food, and it's not even a moment later where Garrow dips from paying the bill and causes a ruckus. Now listen to this. Saitama is a finesser. He took advantage of this situation. Remember how we forgot his wallet so he wasn't going to be able to pay for anything? As soon as Fubuki got there, he becomes the ultimate opportunist and orders a large order of fries knowing he has no money. And Fubuki just happened to pick out a fry from his food. So when the restaurant yells that someone ran off without paying, he freaks for a second thinking he hasn't done anything yet. When he realizes it's not himself and someone else, he dashes after the guy like it's the worst crime someone could have done and tells Fubuki that she ate a fry, so she better pay the bill while he catches the guy. I know I didn't need to go into all of that for a fry scene, but I love the stupid shit like this in One Punch Man. It never fails to make me laugh, especially with the facial expressions that Saitama shows at times like this. It's great. Garrow runs into the kid that he fought so hard protecting beforehand, and this time the kid is getting bullied. So Garrow scares them off and tells the kid that that's what he gets for being a crybaby. Then the kid is feeling guilty ever since he ran away earlier in the day where Garrow protected him from all the bullets. Protecting him then, and even now in this moment, he's still protecting him. Whether Garrow admits it or not, he has a soft spot for this kid and is not entirely cold-hearted to people as he thinks he is. He's not a complete monster yet. Incoming Saitama, looking for the Dine and Dasher that didn't pay his bill. Saitama starts calling for him, but he doesn't know what he exactly looks like, so he just starts calling for the Dine and Dasher. This gets Garrow's attention. Garrow confronts him from behind, puts his hand on Saitama's shoulder with anger and frustration built in him, and raises his fist to hit Saitama. But Saitama hilariously reacts by using his fist to shove Garrow away, not because he feels danger for himself, but because he's still worrying about the Dine and Dash situation and considers himself just as bad and says, "Sorry, I dine and dash too, so I can't be seen with you," as he knocked him away and ran away. After Garrow realizes what just happened to himself and how he lost, things get worse. The whole time, the Monster Association was lurking and spying on Garrow to ensure that he's fit for their association, and the members watching him are not pleased. The two members who are watching is King the Ripper, who has this really long, messy hair, body and face bandaged up, and really long shaped blades for hands. He also happens to abduct children, so that's a big deal. And the second guy is this ugly mofo whose name I don't know yet. The two informs Garrow that it's a shame that he doesn't have Monster Requisite and King the Ripper threatens to shred the little boy to pieces, which forces Garrow to try and defend this boy once more from these two guys, and the chapter ends here. This is some really good stuff so far, especially with Garrow being one of my favorite characters in One Punch Man, and I'm curious to see how he's gonna escape the situation, considering he's definitely not 100%. I'm worried that what's gonna happen is they're gonna give Garrow an out and prove himself as a monster by killing this little boy that he's trying to protect, but let's just hope that I'm wrong. I really don't want to see that happen. Best case scenario, Garrow bodies these two in his state somehow and shows them how crazy he can be, but the odds aren't too good for that kind of scenario. Can't wait to read the next chapter. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Like and sub if you're new to the channel, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one.